Although we often hear about widespread online security breaches such as the recent Target hacking disaster, many Americans aren't doing enough to protect themselves. Joining me to talk about this and the simple things you can do to keep yourself safe is digital security expert and CEO of DigitalSafe, Alain Ghiai. Thank you so much for being here, Alain.
Thanks for having me.
Well, the very first question I have for you is why do you think that so many people are not taking the proper steps to protect themselves?
Well, the first thing is we never think it's going to happen to us. It's like any big catastrophe, we just don't think it's going to happen. The odds are very low, and that's an understatement that we're doing. The other thing that we also underestimate is the value of the data that we have. A lot of time I hear people telling me, well, I don't need something secure because I don't have anything valuable to put or to store. And that's a big misconception because we go online, we go to social sites, we go e-banking, we buy tickets online, we shop online, and every time we put our username and our passwords and our credit card information, sometimes a social security number, we basically leave breadcrumbs in unsecure networks.
Cyber criminals have come a long way, and it seems like they're getting better and better every year. What kind of things are you seeing that they do to target people online?
Well, aside from the very complex technologies that they use, there's 2-3 things that they do that we can try to minimize. So one of them is they use unsecure Wi-Fi network to breach into your mobile phone or your mobile device. They also use the weakness of the simple passwords that we use. I'm sure a lot of people use the same passwords for every website they log into. That's a big problem as well. And they use also what we call phishing techniques. So you may get an email that you will have to open up. It's basically a fake identity that they send to you for you to open up. And those emails have bugs attached to them, and essentially they can download all that valuable information from your desktop or laptop.
You mentioned two very easy things that people can do at home, the unsecured Wi-Fi, not ever logging on with that, and also a password. How often do we need to change passwords, and what other tips do you have for people?
Well, what I do, for example, I change my passwords every 30 to 90 days. To do that, most of the people, first of all, what they do is they use the same passwords, or maybe they use somebody's birth date. That's a mistake. You should use a password manager or a password generator. Simply put, there are websites out there, there are services out there. This is what we provide, for example. And then I use my services to create a new password every time I log into a new service. And every 30 to 90 days, I change that password as well. It makes it very hard for the hackers to log in. No matter what, you have to use multiple character password. Make sure it's at least 6 characters long minimum. Always use uppercase, lowercase letters. We call that complex characters, and a number also in there. Make it very hard for somebody to log into. Also, never store your password in your computer, your phone, your address books, Excel sheets, papers. I know people who store passwords on paper, and that's a big mistake. And never reveal your password to anyone. Another thing that you should do is if you log in a public place, make sure you protect your device. If you go to an ATM and you get cash, you're definitely going to protect your password. Try to have the same principles that you do for getting cash to log into a site.
Very timely, important information, Alain. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
For more information, go to our website, KOMO-News.com, and click on KOMO-TV. We'll be right back.